Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse is the perfect Spider-Man movie, so go watch it if you haven't, then we'll re-experience this masterpiece together.
Who do you think you are? Really?
We are supposed to be the good guys.
We are.
Okay, let's do things differently this time, and start from the end, because that ending, holy smokes, there is no way that just happened. The Spot looking like a straight up black hole, Gwen creating the Spider Team to save Miles, all while he's ended up on Earth 42, the one of no Spider-Man, but with his alter self as the Prowler. Just wow, I cannot wait for Beyond the Spider-Verse. And thankfully, we don't have to wait 5 years again, because that bad boy comes out mid-next year. At least, I think. My source is Wikipedia, and it could be delayed, so you never really know. But anyway, Miles. Man, his story was pretty bonkers, wasn't it? That whole first section before he meets Gwen, my days, half those scenes hop straight on the Meme Express. In fact, a lot of scenes from this movie did, and I can imagine there's more to come.
Get back here! Where do you think you're going? He's on the bagel!
Alright, time to swing, just like I...
That first section also showed us the Spot, and what the heck, there is no way they made the bagel guy from Into the Spider-Verse into a multiverse-killing beast. Honestly, it's just insane how things that seemed normal in the first film, like our Bagel Bro and Miles' Spider, were transformed into some of the most insane surprises and twists in the sequel, which really rear their head in part 3 of this film. But we can't forget about the rest of it, because when Gwen arrived in Miles' universe, things really started to get good. Just kidding, it was good from the start. In fact, let's talk about that truly wonderful start. I remember back in English class, whenever we were writing stories, we were always told to start in the action. And after many years, this movie has made me see why. Gwen giving us a recap of the first film, while also alluding to later events in this one, dang was it good. But it's still not done, because as Gwen heads over to stop the Vulture, we get our first swing of the film. And I don't know about you, but at that very moment, I was hooked. The music, the animation, so scrumptious, and I knew it was only getting better from here. Such as that arrival shot of Miguel O'Hara only moments later. Oh my days, don't even get me started, that just looked amazing. Actually, let's go on a little bit of a tangent here. Holy smokes, this movie looked amazing. If you freeze it on any frame, you're gonna have a work of art. Now, I bet you already knew that, but let's try it on the trailer, just to prove it again. Boom, look at that. And that, and that. Whew! To me, that's just gorgeous, and since you're still here, I bet you agree. Anyway, let's hop back on the rails and talk about the rest of this movie. After the first part ends with Miles being grounded, Gwen finally arrives in his universe. We then get some very nice swinging, great music, and of course, there was that slight feeling that something was off, which there was. But what really got me was the talk between Gwen and Miles. It really showed how much the two care for each other. Miles because Gwen's the only person he can talk to, that'll understand him, while Gwen cares because Miles is the only friend she has made since her Peter. But at this point, we'd been in the same universe for 30 minutes, and it was time to get crazy. And you can't disagree with me here, it got crazy. After Gwen finds out the Spot has escaped, she had to go stop him, and of course, Miles just had to follow. It was time to go across the Spider-Verse. First, we landed on Earth 5101, where we met Spider-Man India. Yeah, I'm not going to try to say his real name. But dang, was he pretty cool, with his swing style using those yo-yo bracelet things, as like into chai tea, or just chai. Anyway, you know who else was cool? Flamin' Spider-Punk. His collage art style was just epic and really showed this movie's insane creativity, allowing anything, no matter how strange or crazy, to become reality. And look good while doing it. But even with 4 spider people, the Spot was just too good for him, and still fell into that collider, not to be seen again until the end of the movie. Pretty bonkers, just like what we learned of next. The canon events. The way they introduced it through Miles stopping one is just perfect, because we don't just get to see one in action, but also the aftermath if one is disrupted. All the while showing how Miles will always save people, because if he can, it's the right thing to do, which isn't thought by the Spider Society, where they believe some people just have to die, which really makes you question whether they are the good guys later in the movie. But that's for later. For now, it was time to enter the Spider Society. And jeepers creepers, this was Spider-Man heaven. It was everything a fan could wish for, and more! With live action appearances, probably thousands of not just Spider-Man and women, but also cats, horses, and gosh dang T-Rexes, plus so many Easter eggs. You could watch this movie 100 times and still not catch everything. But then we had it, the scene where everything went wrong, where we learnt of Miles' dad's death, and found out that Spy Society wouldn't let Miles save him. Wow, this really took a turn. But it made it all the sweeter when Miles broke through their cage and made a run for it. The chase begun. And what a chase it was! Every Spider-Man chasing down Miles, with him eventually outsmarting them, beating them all, and making it home. or at least what he thinks is home. But what really got me was the final revelation about Miles. He's the original Anomaly. Personally, I could not believe when this happened, and it really left me with that crazy feeling when I left the cinema. It not only gave an amazing link to the last film, making it great to watch again, honestly, it just flipped all my expectations on their head, while also leading to Miles ending up on Earth-42 because of his spider's DNA, setting up Beyond the Spider-Verse to be crazy. Wow, what a movie. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed my fun view of this masterpiece, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. And if Beyond the Spider-Verse is even close to being as good as this one, we may just have one of the best trilogies of all time on our hands. And I cannot wait.